My name's Noah. I'm an alcoholic.
My name's Gabe, and I'm a codependent.
Welcome.
Howdy. This is our recovery stream. So it's a group. If you didn't read the description or just stumbled onto this, it's like a group meeting online. If nobody pops on, then it's just Noah and myself. If anybody pops on, then we'd love to talk to you and share our experience, strength, and hope. So, how about we start with the serenity prayer?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
God, grant
grant
me
me
the
the serenity
serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Amen.
Amen.
So today's topic is the full message.
Hmm.
What do you think that's going to be about?
I don't know, but I guess we're going to find out.
There's a special feeling for addicts when they discover that there are other people who share their difficulties, past and present. The wealth of our recovery is too good to keep to ourselves. Some of us believe that when we talk in meetings, we should remember the newcomer and always try to carry a positive message. But sometimes the most positive message we can carry is that we are going through difficult times in our recovery and are staying clean in spite of them. Yes, it's gratifying to send out a strong message of hope to our newcomers or to our new members. After all, no one likes a whiner, but distressing things happen, and life on life's terms can send shock waves down through the recovery of longtime members of Narcotics Anonymous or Alcoholics Anonymous. If we are equipped with the tools of the program, we can walk through such turmoil and stay clean to tell the tale. Recovery doesn't happen all at once. It is an ongoing process, sometimes a struggle. When we dilute the fullness of our message by neglecting to share about the tough times we may walk through on our journey, we fail to allow newcomers the chance to see that they too can stay clean no matter what. If we share the full message of our recovery, we may not know who benefits, but we can be sure someone will. Just for today, I will honestly share both the good times and the difficult times of my recovery. I will remember that my experience in walking through adversity may benefit another member.
Yeah. Love it. So the full message means not just
Being like, oh man, it's so great being
yeah.
sober, blah, blah, blah.
Right. Right.
Sometimes
Or I've been sober this long and I have this amazing life now,
Yeah.
Like I think that's encouraging and it's nice to hear, but starting in recovery 8 months ago, that I didn't really want to hear that. I was miserable and I wanted to hear from other people that were miserable too. And I mean, there's a lot of, I'm in Al Anon, so it's not recovery from a substance, it's recovery from um, relationships, especially with people that have an alcohol problem, and just our own behaviors and our own contributions to that problem. So I wanted to hear people's struggles, and my group was great, like very real. These are people with, you know, gosh, 30, 40 years in the program, some of them, and still, struggling, still, having either remembering struggles from the past or having current struggles with, more family members and things like that. Um, but I loved that. And that's what I needed, to feel that instant fellowship of, whoa, these people get me. They understand, that even though nobody has my exact circumstances. They have similar, just, traumas and feelings to where we can all just kind of commiserate um, and then move forward and then share the positive message. But I think, I mean, I can't speak for all newcomers, but I think when I started, I didn't want the good message. I didn't want, hey, we're all doing so great. And if you just work the program, it'll be great for you too. I wanted to hear, you know, are you guys suffering? Because I'm suffering. Um, and that really helped me.
Yeah. You like when other people suffer? Is that what you're saying? So you're actually a really evil person.
Wow, you are twisting my words super badly. How about you? Do you share the bad when it comes up?
I mean, yeah. Today I wasn't all like chipper and like, oh, it's always going great. I shared that I haven't gone a day without thinking about drinking.
Mm.
And sometimes it sucks. Sometimes it sucks thinking like, wow, I can't drink and that's like ever again, but you need to remember it's just for today.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's not fun to think about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm probably guilty of doing the positive message when I feel good, when my life is going well. I am pretty upbeat, and if a newcomer comes in on those days, I mean, I guess it depends what they need to hear. I hope that's
Right.
what they need to hear. Um, but I guess I'm not really good at tapping into the bad when it's not present. Like if I come in and it's a bad day, um, I'm just really triggered up, or we're having a fight or something, then I share that
Yeah.
and can be real about it. Um, I think what I shared a little bit today, and it was very short, was about victim syndrome, and that's something I'm working on. Is just um, trying to own my own power, take responsibility for my own life, and not fall into victim role, um, which for me as a codependent is easy for me to do. I've done it off and on my entire life, because when people have wronged me or hurt me, it feels real justified. It feels like, I am completely right in feeling like a victim.
Right. Actually, that just reminded me.
What?
My daily Bible thing. It says, "If your enemy is hungry, give them food to eat, and if he is thirsty, give them water to drink." Which is basically exactly what you're, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know you're playing the victim, but
Mm-hmm.
you also want to see them kind of suffer, don't you?
Mm-hmm. You mean you're talking about as opposed to being like kind or like turning the other cheek kind of thing? Like that versus talking about being kind to your enemies, right?
Right.
Like somebody that did you
Yeah.
wrong. Yeah.
Which then you aren't the victim in that. When you end up giving them advice or help them,
Mm-hmm.
you aren't the victim.
Right. Because you're taking a positive action if you're talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's that's an awesome place to get to. I mean, that's not where I start for sure. When I'm
I know.
trying
Usually,
to.
when it's me, Noah, you did this and that.
Um.
Okay, Noah, you did this and that.
So, are you okay? I don't even know where to go with this, because I think that you could be talking about, me like sharing my feelings of hurt and anger, which I think I don't think that's necessarily a victim thing. I think that's appropriate. That's honesty. Um, if you're talking about, I don't know, like guilt tripping, probably it sounds like,
Mm,
really like keeping your wrongs fresh. Um, then I mean that's definitely not a healthy behavior, and never my goal, you know.
yeah.
But possibly like if I'm in a real bad kind of victim kind of place, like, oh my life, like why does this happen to me, like everything is so bad, then yeah, I mean I can definitely go to some places where maybe I want to make you responsible, say, hey, you victimized me, so you made my life shitty. um but that's not accurate, and
It isn't? Okay, good.
it's not ultimately taking responsibility for my life. I mean, I get like one life, and whether I like give it away to you, to my kids, to somebody else, um, or whether I take care of myself and make choices for myself, it's the same life. It's the same amount of time. So I'm really working on moving out of the victim role. And yes, if somebody hurts me, I'm going to be hurt, I'm going to express those feelings, but make choices for myself. Don't stick there in that place of, whoa, it's me. Everybody just treats me so bad. Like, I just don't know what's wrong with me. Because that's really debilitating. It really just gets me stuck. Um, and I notice that's a pattern for me. Like, sometimes I like to be stuck because it's scary to say, yeah, that sucked. That hurt. Now what you gonna do? Because that's forward movement. That's powerful. And I mean, that's new for me. I know I've gone like totally off on a tangent, and you're like zoning out in hunger. Are you?
Huh?
um
Oh, yeah, look at me.
right. Anything that you want to add, the full picture,
Full picture of what?
what you share, what you don't share, what it's like to be a newcomer, what you'd like to share with newcomers, anything, it's an open meeting.
What would I like to share with newcomers? I don't know. You're in for a ride.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's true.
Anything. Anything. Oh, sorry, I was watching. It's like on a little
It's
delay.
on delay. Yeah. um I mean, I don't have a lot else to say. This is pretty much it. Like,
I know you like that. Your thing is, yeah, you like to share it all.
yeah, I do. I absolutely do. And I think that's a good piece. I'm honest. I share the feelings. But what comes next is where my growth is. Because what used to come next for me is a continued spinning of that. Like, I've shared the feelings. I'm hurt, I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm jealous, I'm whatever. But I would get stuck in just thinking about that over and over and over again, talking about it some more, bringing more people into it, talking to more people about it, like really, really giving this hurt or whatever it is life beyond what it was, like here's the event that happened, an injury, an insult, whatever it is. And then I was giving it so much more, expanding it. And now I'm working on, here's the injury. I share about the injury, and I make a move to step away from that. Because I mean, why would I want to rest there? Why would I want to stay? Like, I'm going to stay right here where, where I'm sad and I'm frozen and I can't do anything and I'm hurt and everybody treats me like shit. Like, why would I want to stay there? But it's just old patterns. we get into these old patterns, and it's so hard to snap that brain out of it. Wake up, let's do something new, something better.
But it's scary.
It is. It's scary. Isn't that so weird? And this reminds me of, I mean, I didn't pay attention that great in psychology. If I did, I'd have some names for you guys out there. I mean, it might have been Pavlov's experiments. I'm not sure. But the experiment about dogs that were in cages.
Mm-hmm.
And did I tell you about this?
Mm-hmm.
Dogs in different situations in cages. So some of the dogs were treated nicely and just fed and, walked and whatever. And some of the dogs were repeatedly given electric shocks. So they were tortured, basically, in this cage. And then they opened all the doors, and the dogs that had not been in a bad situation, in pain and traumatized, ran away. Because duh, a dog, doesn't want to be in a cage. And the dogs that had experienced the trauma stayed in the cage. Because they're more afraid of what was out there than the pain that they knew. The pain had like frozen them, And I think that can happen really easily. If bad things happen to us, it's like, oh my God, this is so shitty. But I know it. I know how to deal here. I know how to hide. I know how to lash out. I know how to overeat. I know how to get drunk. I know how to take care of myself in my little misery box. And when somebody offers me a door, that's terrifying. Terrifying. To just step out into the big wide world,
Mm-hmm. It is.
Mm-hmm. But we're doing it, right? That's what recovery is. It's one day at a time. Take a step out and see if you survive. So far, so good. Do you think we should wrap up?
Yeah.
Okay.
2:05 should have started cooking.
2:00 is when I start cooking, so Noah's watching that clock. I'm surprised you don't have an alarm set or something.
I do.
You do?
Here.
Internal clock.
Uh-huh.
All right. Shall we say the Lord's Prayer?
I need to get rid of this stuff.
Oh yeah. Who loves us all? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. We'll see you later. Have a great day.